guys, so today we are doing our conclusion paragraph to the greatest sport of all time opinion writing essay. By now we have our pre-write. We don't really need this anymore, so I'm going to just put this to the side. We have got our supporting detail paragraphs written, so 1, 2, 3, should have those 3 paragraphs done by now. And now to end, and we also have our intro, but we also are going to be referencing this today. Intro paragraph, because our conclusion paragraph is summarizing everything we talked about in our 3 paragraphs, and it's going to be similar to this, but the goal is to not write it exactly the way we've written it here. This introduces the topics. We've already talked about it, and I want to mention some of the things that we talked about in our other paragraphs that really aren't here. If they are, we need to reword it. We need to change the wording in our, in this. So to start off, I'm going to kind of take the first sentence that I wrote, and I said ballroom dancing is one of the lesser known sports in the world. I'm going to just rephrase it, okay? It's going to be pretty simple. I'm going to go, though many, I did not write that right, many wouldn't consider ballroom dance a sport, it's the greatest of all time. I'm wrapping up what I'm talking about in my first sentence of my paragraph. And I kind of just reworded it and sort of fused it together. Ballroom dancing is a lesser known sport in the world, and also why it's the greatest sport of all time. I just kind of put those sentences together to make, though many wouldn't consider ballroom dance a sport, comma, it's the greatest of all time. And then I'm going to just reiterate or kind of summarize what I've talked about in my other ones. I don't want to rewrite this sentence. It requires people to be athletic in front of judges, it's fun to dance, and it has a lot of rewards. I'm going to say that, but I'm going to divide that to 2 sentences, and I'm going to write this. Dancers, let's put it over here, train like athletes and compete in fun competitions. All right, period. So I reiterated about how it requires people to be athletic in front of judges, but also I included the fun part in that too, and it's fun to dance, and I put competitions in there. And so I didn't really need the word judges, I just kind of put competitions because that's what it includes. And then for my second sentence, I go, they travel the world and are greatly recognized. Okay, that's a very fancy way of saying that people like to watch them play. And I also included they traveled the world, even though I didn't put it there. I put it there as rewards because I broke that down in my other paragraph. That's what I mentioned. So I'm just using an example of those rewards. And I put 2 of them actually. So that's another way. So far I've had 3 sentences. I'm going to do 1 concluding sentence. And this is sort of to recognize what opinion I have about this subject, because it is opinion writing. So I'm going to end it with a bang, and I'm going to write, if I could choose any sport, ballroom is my top choice. In fact, you could actually take this and put it at the top, and you can write, if I could choose any sport, ballroom is my top choice, and then write this part, and this could also be your concluding sentence. Though many wouldn't consider ballroom dance a sport, it is the greatest of all time. In fact, that would probably be better. So think about it. Once you write it, this is considered a draft. all right? Every writer will write a whole paper, a whole essay, or a whole book, and they won't say it's done. They'll read it 5 times and make changes to say, oh, I like that sentence over here instead, or this sentence over here, or that word's not correct, or I want to change it up a bit. That is what drafts are for, is because our brains think, oh, this is great, but then we say it out loud and we go, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So that's why drafts are important. So this would be considered the first draft. Go in it, and we will talk about revising in the next video. So until then, write your conclusion essay. You should have 5 paragraphs by now, and happy writing. Until next time, guys. Bye.